The sign language honestly like this, straight down the pie.
The sign language for Prudence is this, like you're having your brain on.
How can you be honest?
It would be honest to own your mistake. If you made a mistake and you blame it on someone else, it wouldn't be good for you because they could never trust you. And then you won't ever learn from your mistake. You might keep making the same mistake over and over.
How can you be prudent?
One way you can be prudent is to listen to others so you can have a better perspective and get a better understanding.
How can you be prudent?
You've been wise to not whine because the teachers don't understand what you're talking about because you need to use your big voice. If you use a big voice, then people will understand you better.
How can you show honesty?
When you break something, tell your mom or dad or the teacher, because if you do, the people trust you.
How can you be prudent?
You can be prudent by locking your seatbelt and make sure you're safe.
How can you be prudent?
You can be prudent by taking care of the trees and not cutting them down, because the trees give us oxygen. We can also protect our trees by reusing and recycling the paper.
How can you show honesty?
You can show honesty by telling the truth, because if you don't tell the truth and they figure out that you're lying, you'll get in more trouble even if you lie.
How can you show prudence? By not touching your face, because you get sick.
How can you show honesty? When you're like over your family's house or a friend's house and you try to get a drink and you broke a glass, instead of lying and say somebody else did it, you can say, "I'm so sorry I did it, will you forgive me?" How can you be wise? If we were wearing uniform and somebody had different clothes, they wasn't able to buy the clothes that you have and they had different clothes, don't make fun of them, because you don't know what they're going through if their mother doesn't have enough money to buy clothes. That's why we wear uniforms now. How can you be prudent? You can be prudent by not laughing at anybody because you don't want them laughing at you.
How can you be prudent?
You can be prudent by recycling certain types of plastic, paper, cardboard, and aluminum cans, because you want to keep the environment clean and make sure there are plants so we can live, because plants make oxygen.
How can you be honest? You can be honest by telling the truth and not lying about stuff. And you should always be honest with your friends, family, and even teachers, because then they won't trust you if you lie.
How can you be honest?
If you steal something, give it back and don't steal.
What can you tell us about prudence?
It would be wise that if you get pushed on the floor, do not just laugh at them, just help them up, or just don't scare at them. Just help them up so you can be treated how you want to be treated. It's wise to help somebody up, and maybe help you up someday. How can you wise? Don't put your hands in your mouth, because you're going to get sick.
How can you show prudence?
One way to show prudence is if you see somebody getting bullied, don't just walk away. Stand up for somebody if you see them getting bullied, because then people will trust you more than they trusted you.
How can you be prudent?
You can be prudent by looking in front of you so you not knock somebody over or hurt themselves or whoop their pants.
makes it if you running, making fun of you so you not hurt someone.
How can you be wise?
Do not touch on the face.
How can you be prudent?
One way to be prudent is to make wise choices and listen to your teacher.
How can you be fluent?
You can be prudent by letting someone join your game if they want to join. So if like the next time you play out somewhere, if no one wants to join your game, you can join their game and they will probably let you join their game.
How can you be wise? If you're at a friend's house and you're playing outside and she falls and somebody's laughing at her, you can stand up for her and be like, hey, that's not nice. And then help your friend up, and then they will say sorry. It's wise to treat people how you want to be treated because you don't know what some people are going through in these days.
Why is it important to be honest?
People not lie, parents why you lie to teacher not right.
How do you show prudence?
A way to show prudence is if you see a pencil, don't just walk away from it because if somebody stepped on it, they maybe could fall. And so showing prudence in our classroom helps people stay safe.
It's wise to think ahead so I can get finished my work. Look, I got my workbook and book, and I got my math so I could finish everything I need. How can you be prudent?
You can be wise by using kind and respectful words like I feel, I wonder, and I want. That's how we solve problems.
Excuse me, I feel angry. You just exploded my water bottle with your electric scooter. I wonder why you did that.
I was trying to do a good trick on my scooter, and then I went a little too fast, and then I wasn't paying much attention on the ground. I'm sorry.
Next time, can you please try to not go past the speed limit?
Okay, I'll try.
How can you show honesty?
You could show honesty by telling the truth even when it's hard and when you think you're gonna get in trouble. For example, if you like break like something that somebody loved and then they're like crying, you could say I broke it and I'm really sorry. That's how you show honesty.
Why is it important to show prudence?
It's important to show prudence so you can have friends and people will believe you. Because, like, if something was actually happening really bad and you told them, they would be like, no, you're just lying to me. So you need to tell the truth every time so they can believe you when stuff is really happening. Prudence means wise, and it would be wise to tell the truth. So you can have friends and people to play with, and they'll love you and care for you.
Please like and subscribe.
And share with your friends.
It means a lot to us.